Hello everybody, my name is Ray Cruzy, Food Systems Program Coordinator and Master Gardener Coordinator right here at the ISU Extension Outreach Office of Dubuque County, and we have partnered with the James Kennedy Public Library to bring you this fun hands-on activity on how strawberries grow and where those strawberries come from inside that crown. Now inside your kit, what you're going to find is you're going to find 2 drinking water cups as well as 3 strawberry crowns inside. Also you will find some potting mix that we will use later. The first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to choose a strawberry crown that we're going to cut in half, and we're going to identify where those little strawberries might be coming from inside. I'll have you join me right back here after we've cut this in half. So we have dissected our strawberry here in half using a kitchen knife on a cutting board. And you might be wondering, well, what exactly are we looking at? Well, there's one very important thing I want you to take note of here. And that is this line between some of this orangish material here and this lighter colored material. And this line right here at the tip of my needle is the growing point. And that is the origin of where all of our strawberries come from in the strawberry plant. A lot of folks that come to the office feel that this leaf that's growing out the top of the strawberry plant here, this trifoliate is what we'll call it. Some people feel that that's what actually produces the berries. You know, if you give the plant extra fertilizer or nitrogen or something like that, that berries magically come from these leaves here. But actually, that process starts much earlier in the season and originates down here. And all of the berries and things like that are all determined lower in the plant anatomy here. So another thing to point out too is with this this dissection is the age of the strawberry plant. You can see here that the distance between this growing point here and the roots is not very long, and this would indicate here that this is a crown that is about a year old. Now, how would we tell if this strawberry crown was more than a year old? Well, what happens is that this growing point here at the tip of my needle continues to grow up and up and up. And this other material below the growing point gets longer and longer and longer. And if we were to have a crown that was maybe the length of my index finger here, that would be a crown that would be about 4 years old. But being that this is such a small distance between the growing point here and the roots, this indicates here that we're actually looking at about a 1-year-old crown. So, and like we've also mentioned here, these are the individual roots that are growing on our crown. And as our crown continues to grow and get longer, like I had mentioned, the roots actually follow that crown up. And the butt end of this crown here makes just a long kind of dead stick that, like I said, is orange at the base there. So that is what we're looking at on the inside of our strawberry crown and where our little berries come from, and it is right there at that growing point, right at the intersection of that white and orangish material right there. I'll have you join me right back here for our next activity. Welcome back to the second half of this activity where we're actually going to grow some strawberries for you to enjoy and eat. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take our 2 drinking water cups out of our kit, and we're also going to remove our strawberry crowns that we haven't done anything to yet. And what we're going to do here on the bottom of our drinking water cups is we're going to take a push pin and create ourselves some drainage holes in the bottom of these cups so that they can drain water out because they're going to be future pots. And I've already poked some holes in the bottoms of these cups already to save some time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our strawberry crowns that we have and we're going to put those roots all the way down into the bottom of this container. And strawberry crowns really like to have their roots going down as deep as they can. Reason why is because their roots are really shallow relative to most plants, but yet they're still really sensitive to heat and moisture. So it's good that we get them down as deep as we can, even though they're a shallow rooted plant, because that helps them to regulate their metabolism and things like that. After that, what we're going to do is we're going to add some potting mix to this cup with our crown in it, and what we're going to do is very carefully get our strawberry crown planted at a right depth. And we'll know what the right depth is because we will have the potting mix level with the uppermost root present on that crown. So I'm going to tamp this down here and I'll show you what that looks like here. And you want to tamp that down just to make sure that your crown is sticking straight up there. But here we have the other crown here, and we have our last little root here that is uppermost on the crown, and we'll just put our potting mix level just above that last root. And too low on the strawberry crown where you have roots sticking out allows the plant to dry out too easy, and too deep also isn't well either. either. So this is what we call a perfectly planted strawberry plant, where the soil just covers that last root. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this strawberry crown, give it a little bit of water, and set it in a sunny window. And in time, you'll see little trifoliate leaves start to poke out the top. And actually, you can see that on some of the crowns already. This one here has a little itty bitty baby leaf poking out right there. And that is just perfect. So they'll start growing some leaves, and in time what you'll see are some flowering bracts come out, and those are actually not leaves, but the reproductive structure of the plant. And what you'll do is you'll observe them grow and produce fruit. And optimally, once you have those couple leaves too that start to grow on this crown, it's best to plant your strawberries out into the garden. You can put them in a large container or flower pot, but really they do best in the garden. Once again, because it offers the most consistent and cool temperatures for the roots of your strawberry as opposed to a pot. But anyway, you'll have strawberries grow on this plant here, and hopefully you can enjoy them at home. And you'll know when you enjoy them that, you know what, they're not actually part of producing any berries from a leaf. They're actually producing berries from a bract that originated way down deep in this growing point right here. And that's what's unique about strawberries, is that they have such a compressed stem, producing such a productive amount of fruit. Now, I will also say too that the berries that we're supplying you here with this James Kennedy Public Library activity is a cultivar or a variety called Albion. And Albion is a day neutral cultivar, which means that it will produce berries all summer long. You might have a crop of berries or a little handful or picking of berries every 2 to 3 weeks throughout the summer. These don't overwinter very well, but they do okay when planted around here for the first year. They may not yield as many berries as a June-bearing strawberry, though. That's the only unfortunate thing. But we're able to give you some strawberries from the plants that you're able to take home, plant, and enjoy this year. And so with that, I hope you learned a little bit about growing berries and where your berries come from on the strawberry crown. This is Ray Cruzy, Food Systems Program Coordinator and Master Gardener Coordinator right here at the ISU Extension Outreach Office of Dubuque County. Happy growing, everybody.